What's up, y'all? What is good? How is everyone doing? I hope you guys are having a good one. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself, of course. So today we are going to be actually doing a few things. I will be talking and walking you through exactly how to start an eBay, because I've got several responses, DMs, and questions about this, and I got a lot more content coming out. So regardless, when it comes to eBay and when it comes to getting on this platform, oh, and by the way, if you are watching this later, you might want to tune into these lives because you're able to give me a call in and we can discuss different things that you want tips and tricks on. You just call the number on the screen when the time is delegated to that, okay? But anyway, let me actually take that up the screen just for right now because we're not going to do that yet. But anyway, when it comes to setting up an eBay, when it comes to just eBay in general, there's a lot of people that have, I really think it's just confusion, right? Like, we start to get into a point where we want to make money, but we also don't know how we plan taking it to the next level. Like, prime example. When you start at eBay, do you think about scaling it? Do you think about how you're going to be able to create your own website from it? Do you think about how you're going to be able to branch off, how you're going to brand your business? Do you think about these things, or are you just literally trying to make money for that certain period of time, right? A lot of people are just trying to make the bread. Like, and let's be real, that is a lot of us, right? I did the same thing. When I first started, I was just trying to make money, until I started to realize that eBay becomes redundant. It becomes a rinse and repeat type of thing, and yeah, you'll end up literally, I wouldn't say getting bored with eBay, but you'll end up getting yourself put into a position to where you're just doing the same thing, making the same exact money, and not progressing. And that's just because you're not actually going through a system. You're just literally doing what the hell you want, especially when it comes to sales that's not going to benefit you or get you to the place that you want to go. All right, this is interesting. Look. So I'm going on here so I can actually start this video, but look, top 5 portable neck cooling fans. So if you guys don't know, we have these fans wholesale that we sell, and I'm just interested because I want to see, and this is really interesting in general, because if you guys remember, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm the one I literally started talking about these fans a while ago, right? Let's go to Educated Hustler. I started talking about fans so long ago. Let's see when that was, because now I'm starting to really see fans coming out and people talking about them, and I really find it really interesting, because while yes, portable fans are definitely products that are selling, they were selling a while ago. It might have not been on this page. Let's see. Portable fans. It might be Hustler taught me. Let's see. But I started talking about fans a long time ago, and these portable fans, everybody's wearing them. And I even see like male ladies wearing them. Dang, where is it at? Is it on Gadget Hustle? Gadget Hustle? Let me see. I'm getting upset because I can't find my video where I talked about it. Let me see. Where is it at? Oh, it's right here. That's when and it got 9 views on my other channel that I just started. But look, this is when I was talking about the portable fans, and I had different types of portable fans. Definitely check this channel out, man. I'll be giving out little tips and tricks, and this was 1 month ago, and they have just released an article talking about it right now, and that's just interesting. It's just interesting. But nevertheless, let's actually go and talk about this eBay situation, right? So, all right. Let me put up the chat. Educated Hustler, what's up? Hustler told me what's up. TikTok, what's up? Everybody, what is up? TikTok, I'm on YouTube, Educated Hustler, all one word. If you guys want to see the screen, that's where I'm at. Educated Hustler right now. I'm about to pull up that chat real quick, and then we'll get started. And I really want to emphasize the fact that this video is going to be mostly me running through different tips and tricks. If you are somebody that is looking, or maybe you have created an eBay, this video is basically going to be giving you pointers on how to not only keep it up, but also to make sure that you're not getting the products taken down. If you guys don't know, I've been in a position to help over 83 people be able to get at least $1,500+ every single week when it comes to building their eBay. It's not by mistake, coincidence. It's not because I have a magic wand. I am not somebody that I'm not somebody that has the secret sauce. Create a business EIN. I'm just somebody that has create a business eBay. I'm somebody that has relied on eBay so heavily in the past that I've been able to crack a code when it comes to getting unbanned. Also trying to figure out how to make sure that I'm maximizing money and maximizing my potential reach. I'll help you all out with that right now. Now, I know I have also questions in my private group. So if you guys don't know, I have a private community at hustlertalkme.com, and it's the Hustler community. Right now, you can get in. It's literally, I believe it's $10 to get in right now. Yep, $10 a month. You can get in. It's a direct way to talk to me. I put daily motivation up there. I put a lot of different things on there to help you when it comes to reselling, but also just continue to go as an entrepreneur. This is a community that I wanted to build where I can actually get more personable with my audience. So when it comes to creating an eBay, number one, there's a few things that I want to touch first, okay? Let me pull up my notes because I do got notes, all right? All right, so create a clean eBay setup. Now, you want to use your real name, you want to use your address, and all of that on your first profile. So I want you guys to understand something. What I'm about to say does not pertain to everyone because everyone has not messed up like you and I. Some people that watch this, you're just going to be creating an eBay for the first time, and you just want to make sure that you have your I's dotted and your T's crossed, right? Then there's some people that have decided to do the wrong thing, like sell replicas, sell fake cologne, sell product glasses, and you're going to be the individual that is going to need to tweak a little thing, okay? And that thing is going to be every ounce of what you're used to when it comes to eBay. We cannot use the eBay app. We cannot use the same device that we had our eBay on before. We cannot use the same Wi-Fi. We cannot go and use, of course, like I said, the same device. We can't use anything that we use, the same address, same phone number, same bank account. We have to change that up, okay? Now, the reason we do an eBay business account, because I've got this question asked a few times, is the eBay business account more lenient? Is it going to make sure that I don't get banned? Is it something where they give me a little bit more leeway? No, not at all. It's just honestly a way for you to be able to hide behind the business instead of actually putting your first name, last name, and social tied to an account. So if I was to come across anybody that wanted to first start an eBay account, I definitely would tell them to create an eBay business account, not a personal. If you have a personal account, change it to business. The reason why is because when you have a personal account, you're literally giving them all of your information for them to flag if you do get banned. Now, you don't always just get banned for replicas and for selling fake stuff. You can get banned for using terms like lightning. You can get banned for using different products that you may find on clearance that may be restricted, or you could be even banned just because a customer does not like the product you sent. Yes, eBay is extremely unfair. I would be lying if I was to tell you that eBay was a fair platform that cared about its sellers. They don't. They actually put buyers over sellers 100% over and over and over and over. Why is that? Well, it's because eBay is a platform that decided they were going to prioritize their buyers because they see they are competing against people or a company like Amazon, right? Amazon Prime, you're dealing with an Amazon powerhouse, right? Now, while we talk about Amazon, I want to actually tell you guys something. Why do I never talk about selling on Amazon? Why do I never preach about how you can make money on Amazon? Well, Amazon is a monopoly. Amazon is one of those platforms, in my opinion, that will watch you skyrocket in sales and then decide to sell it themselves. Amazon is that type of platform where I was listing iPhone 7 headphones and I'm getting money, and then next thing I know, I go to look at my page, my store, right, my store online, and I see that Amazon got Prime Picks, one of their products, right above my same exact product, and their price is cheaper. So I'm competing directly with Amazon once they see and they get the information that I actually am providing based upon what I'm selling. So I'll give you an example. If I'm selling these headphones right here, what I've realized with Amazon is if I'm selling these and they're selling, Amazon will take that information and they'll start putting their product over mine. That's when I stopped selling on Amazon. Not even just that, Amazon is a platform as well where you got to pay to list. So I understand that, yes, while you do have to pay. Prime example, if I have my phone store, I got to pay rent, right? But let's just kind of be honest, the landlord isn't making the money I'm making, right? I'm paying that landlord maybe 30% of what I'm making a month. But with Amazon, you're paying Amazon, plus you're paying fees, plus you're competing against them. That is a business model that, in my opinion, is set up for failure, and it has a cap and a ceiling. That's why I always talk about eBay, okay? I don't talk about Amazon because Amazon is not 100% worth it. Let's be honest. Now, when it comes to eBay, the reason eBay is worth it, while yes, people do get banned and you have all these issues, it's because Amazon has a big, great platform, and eBay does as well. eBay has millions of people that go on its website, especially on Sundays, and they sell. eBay also has something that Amazon, in my opinion, doesn't as well. eBay has a way to promote without you paying up front. Now, that is a win to me because while platforms like Facebook, and of course Meta in general, even Amazon, and Google, they take your money up front and they tell you they're going to put you in this place and that place. How many other people do you think are promoting the same exact or similar products to you? How many people? A lot, right? So what incentives does Facebook have to put your phone above the same exact phone from earlier today? There's no incentive, right? Like, you might be like, well, if I pay more, but how do you know if you're paying more? How do you know what placement you're getting? So eBay does general promotions, okay? That is going to be where you can actually promote your product and they take a percentage out of it. And we'll go over that in a little bit, but I just wanted to give you guys my eBay and versus Amazon little comparison and why, I'm doing a video on eBay, and I've always been preaching on eBay instead of 1 ounce of Amazon, okay? I just wanted to let you guys know that. Now, Amazon's not bad. Amazon's not bad. You can still make bread, but I'll tell you this right now. I find that Amazon was one of those things where I was putting a lot into it, but I wasn't getting nothing crazy. Like, it wasn't no crazy results that actually made me think, oh, I'm be able to scale on here, okay? I don't like monopolies, and I definitely don't like listing on monopolies because it becomes ineffective, a distraction, and also more work. All right, so now the reason why we want to start this eBay business account, again, is because we want to hide behind our EIN. Now, if you don't know what an EIN is, it is a part of the process when you're creating your LLC. Now, everybody and their mama is talking about LLCs and EINs and all this stuff on the internet now. I've been doing this since probably over a decade, creating EINs. I probably have about 48 EINs currently, and I'm not proud to say that. Why? Because you do not want to just make EINs. EINs, aka your employee identification number, is going to be something that will cost you. Okay? Do not be like me and create multiple EINs, because you do have to pay taxes for your businesses that are registered in the states that you're in. Okay? So prime example, if I did an EIN in Pennsylvania and then I did one in Cali, I'm actually supposed to be paying taxes on those. Okay? No matter if I make money or not. Why is this important? It's important because I don't want you guys to make the same mistake that I did, which was just literally create EIN after EIN, because I used to create so many EINs so I could have multiple eBay accounts. But that's not really the right thing to do, and I learned that when I sat down with my accountant at Temple University a few years back. and she broke down to me how much I actually messed up, and I was kind of, upset. All right, so now you want to create an EIN number. Okay, if you don't have one already, you want to go to irs.gov. We do not need to employ anybody to get our EIN off the ground or to create our EINs. Okay, you don't have to do that. All right, I want to make that very clear. You can do this by yourself. All right, an EIN is not hard to create. All you gotta do is go to irs.gov. Okay, make sure you have your social handy. All right, and then apply for an EIN. Okay. Now, when you get to this screen, okay, it's going to say, what type of legal structure do you want, right? Now, I'm going to break this all down for you as much as I can without me having to put my social in, obviously, because I don't want to create another EIN. But you got a sole prop, you got a partnership, you got a corporation, you got a limited liability company, you got an estate, a trust, okay? Now, what you want to do is limited liability company. This is a form or structure that allows you to actually start your LLC, but also make sure your LLC is held accountable for any type of situations you get into besides you. So like you can hide behind your LLC. Your LLC is what basically takes form as you. You are now your LLC. Your LLC is you. It is a business entity. Now you could do sole prop, but if you did sole prop, it would only, your EIN would be a social, okay? And I'm going to break all this down in the video, so that's why I'm like sort of kind of like trying to tread lightly, because I am going to break down all of this in a video that is coming out soon, and I don't want to regurgitate that information. I want to give you guys a detailed video that is going to break all of that down, but you want to make sure you go to limited liability company. You want to hit continue. Once you hit continue, you want to go and hit continue again. Now it's going to ask you how many members are in your LLC. Now, this is going to be something where you could put, honestly, anything. But what I would recommend is putting either 1 or 2. You could put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can put whatever you want. I'll put like 2 or 1, especially if I have a multi-member LLC or if I just have a regular LLC. Now, if you have a regular LLC, accountants will consider it a sole prop because, again, remember, sole prop is going to be you basically using your social as a EIN, but having a sole LLC, so a regular LLC that's not a multi-member, that's going to be where you still have your EIN number. And again, I know this may be confusing. Just listen to what I'm telling you guys to do as far as the steps. You want to go ahead and hit 2. You want to go ahead and hit whatever state that you want. A lot of people create EINs and businesses in Delaware. That is one of the most popular places. I'm going to do Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, for right now. And then we continue. Now you want to hit start a new business. Okay. Now all of these, I'm gonna be honest, it does not really matter. Okay, because we're just creating this EIN just so that we can create our eBay right now. But I'm just really trying to talk y'all through like mistakes that I've made and I had to learn. Right. So then you enter your first name, your last name. Then this is where you're going to enter your social. You're going to say, I am an owner. I'm the one owner. Now, if you are somebody that is being hired to create an LLC, like those companies that I just told you not to do, not to like go and have those companies do it for you, because all they're doing is this, and then they're, instead of hitting this one, they're hitting this one. So you're hiring another company to create EINs for you, and they're literally doing these steps. I'm just letting you know, okay? That's why I am a third party applying for an EIN on behalf of this LLC. You don't want to do that. You want to say I am one of the members, okay? And then you hit next, and then when you hit next, it's going to ask you for your address. So you're going to put your address, your real address. Now, this is where people get it confused. Hey, B, do I put that address that I'm going to put on my eBay, or do I put just my real address? Everything on here, put real. Put everything that's 100% legitimate on your EIN. I want you to think of your EIN as something that's going to stick with you no matter what, okay? So everything legitimate. Now you're gonna enter your address, and then it's gonna ask you like what type of business. Just do retail, and then after that, it's gonna ask you, do you want to get your EIN number via mail or PDF? You want to get it through PDF because you can get it right, on the right then and there, like immediately. That's what we're trying to do. Okay. Now, once you create that EIN, you're gonna go over to Google, create a business eBay. Now, when you create this business eBay, it's important because this is not, I repeat, this is not going to make you like $1 billion. It's not going to do nothing too crazy, okay? It literally is just going to allow you to sign up as a business. You fill out all this information, put your EIN in. It's going to ask you for the last 4 of your social. Don't worry. The last 4 of your social is just so that they know and can verify it's you. Now, when they say address, you put a different address if you already have a banned eBay account. Now, I want to go full screen for this because these are actually serious steps, okay? So, and I want to make sure I don't forget any. Number one, the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you keep your real name. Yes, you could do your real name, all right? You don't have to change your name. Now, what I would do sometimes, because I've created several eBays, is I would use my middle name and my last name instead of my last name. Well, my first name and my last name, I use my middle name. And then I would definitely go and use a different address. Now, I'm going to break down this address thing. Because when it comes to like doing this eBay thing, a lot of people, they overthink it. They're like, oh, I don't have another address. Well, you know, when I first started and was first getting banned, I had the same issue. I didn't know what address to use. I didn't know what to do, right? So you want to know what I did, guys? All I did was literally use the address that was next to me. I would use my next door neighbor's address. And it worked. And whenever I would get something shipped there, like, because you need the address on file for if somebody, like, returns something, right? So whenever somebody did return something, it would go right next door. I'd be like, hey, I don't know why that package came to you, but they said that it was a package here, and they would just hand it to me. All right, now let's say you don't have that type of relationship with them, then choose another family member's address, or choose an address somewhere. Just choose your next door neighbor's address and just intercept the package when you can. Regardless, it's gonna have your name on it, okay? But anyway, that is like a tip, all right? Like I'm telling you. All right, next. You want to make sure that you have a different phone number. Get a text now number. Use your girl number. Use your uncle number. It's just going to be one-time verification that needs to be sent to that number. So I would just do that. It's easy. Okay. Next, you want to make sure that when it comes to this bank account situation, you understand. Because see, when people think of creating a business eBay, they don't really realize that you can't use the same bank account that you used on the banned one because you already have used the checking number, the checking account number. Now, let me explain to you how to finesse this. If you have a savings account, sometimes you can get away with just adding the savings account instead of the checkings. But what I would recommend is you going to Chase, Wells Fargo, one of those two, and opening up a business account with that EIN that we just created. Yes, you heard me. We just created an EIN, and you can literally go to Bank of America, right? You could literally do it online, or you could do it in person, right? Create business account for Wells Fargo, right? And then you could just literally open that account. And this process, like doing it online, I've done it a few times, and it's pretty easy. It definitely isn't hard. It does take probably like a day or two. There we go, right here. It probably takes like I'm capping, like maybe like 4 days, to be honest. But it is something that you definitely could do. Okay. All right. So now, with that being said, you want to make sure that you are creating that business account or adding that savings account. Do not add the same account that you already used on your banned eBay, okay? Now, let's recap real quick. You're not using the same phone. You're not using the eBay app. You're not using the same Wi-Fi. You're not doing any of that, and you're using a browser, and you're using the incognito browser. So if you're somebody that don't know what the heck I'm talking about, you can go all the way down, right-click Chrome or Safari or whatever, and go to new incognito window. Okay, this is better than a VPN. Now, I'm not saying the incognito window is going to protect you or make you as elusive as a VPN will. No, VPNs are really, really great, but VPNs are too hot. Okay, now what do I mean by that too hot? I mean that if you are in Switzerland one day And then you're embarrassed the next day on the server. eBay picks up on that sketchy behavior. They obviously know what a VPN is, and usually what we see is that you end up getting, you know what I mean, banned just because you look like you're at a high risk because you're literally logging in from different locations all around the world. Okay? What else? All right, so next, after you enter all of that information, now you're putting yourself in a great position, right? Because now everything does not match. You are hiding behind that business, right? Because it does ask you for the EIN, the business name. Now it's going to ask you for the business address. Now, when it asks you for that business address, of course, again, guys, you're going to put that other address, not your real address. And yes, it's okay to put a house address because you got to realize we're not like building business credit right now. We're literally just creating the eBay. Okay, now for business credit, you don't want to use a house address. You want to use a office address. You want to get some type of address with like Regis or that's what I use, Regis. I'm not even gonna say nobody else. I'm gonna tell you what I use. I use Regis. Regis is a great place for you to get like a digital address, and you can get a building as well, an office in a building. All right, so. Now, when you do that, you then will end up basically after that at an eBay. All right, on your eBay account, and it's going to be an eBay business account. Now, here's where we have to actually start paying attention. We got to make sure that we're listing low ticket products. Now, what people tend to do is they'll actually go and try to start selling something crazy. They'll try to start selling like some products that are obviously trending or get themselves. And I get it, like we all want to make bread, but like sometimes what you have to realize is that building your eBay up is going to be a process. Now, what I mean by low ticket items, I'm talking about charging bundles. I'm talking about different like little like MagSafe chargers. I'm talking about things that cost under around $10, right? Now, you want to do this because you want to, yes, get reviews and feedback, but you also want to show eBay that you're actually trying to sell quality products. Now, this account I'm about to show you guys, we've already listed a few products, but this is a perfect one for me to actually start showing you guys how we prime. I'm literally giving you guys how we prime with eBay automation because this is an eBay automation client literally right here. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what my or their assistants do. I'm going to follow their suit from another account that they are doing, and they got this account up to $2,000. No, $2,685. No, $2,683.74. Okay, now I'm gonna go and just look at what they started listing first. Okay, and they've already listed a little bit on here, but we're gonna act like this is brand spanking new. Now I want to bring up some flags. Okay, so some flags are, number one, when you're first starting your eBay, you want to make sure that you are actually connecting a payout account. You don't want to seem like a bot, right? If you seem like a bot, like somebody that just created the eBay but didn't finish creating it or didn't finish the process, it makes it seem hot, okay? So you don't want to keep this going. You don't want to sit there and wait for August 11th for them to restrict their account, because they will, due to the fact that they may think that a bot has tried to start listing on an account. So yeah, just be wary of that, okay? Now we're just going to look at the low ticket items that were just listed. And the reason we're looking at it is because I want to give you guys just a realistic view of what type of a low ticket, slow selling items you want to put on there. Now, the reason you want to do this is because it is important not to sell fast on eBay. Now, I learned this the hard way a long time ago, but selling fast on eBay actually is a red flag, which is kind of interesting. All right, so yeah. So what I want to do is I want to actually show you guys me listing something. So let's list a bundle. Did they list any bundles on here? No, right? No. Let's list 2 bundles on here. All right. So we're going to list some bundles, okay? And the first bundle we're going to list is going to be, let's list a charger. Okay, so let's do this, right? We're going to go to sell. Now, I should have showed you guys how to do this, but I'll show you in a second. How do we get the title? I'll show you in a second. I'll show you with the next one. All right, so we're going to upload a pic using this. Boom. Now, stock pictures are okay, right? Now, what I like to tell people is I got advice from somebody that works at eBay before, and they were telling me, like, don't put stock pictures at first because it does trigger the Vero system. But I've not had any issues with it, and sometimes it's a little hard for me to not post stock pictures and instead post real life pictures, because I don't like posting a picture of something that has some type of logo or anything that I don't have on that product. So like it might have a logo right here, but in real life mine doesn't, right? It's important to make sure that your product matches up with what you're actually selling. We're going to list this for $9 because that's what we have been able to. No, we're actually not. Matter of fact, we're going to list this for $8.50 because we were able to list and sell 12 of these today at $9. But this account will not work like that. This account is just starting. Plus, they don't even have a payout connected yet. If you don't know, with eBay automation, we don't take any of your money. You keep 100% of the profit. So they got to connect their payout and do their thing. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to give them free shipping for right now. Usually we would not give free shipping. We're only giving free shipping for this low ticket item because we want to get feedback. Okay. We're only going to do it on bundles though. And we're not going to do free shipping on regular single products. We'll do it for bundles because we are bundling and we're getting more bang for our buck regardless. Okay. All right. So now when we talk about promoting your listings, let's talk about this because somebody asked me out of the community, my guy AK, he asked me, like, could you explain the difference? How does the promotions work, right? So let's read it. Promote your listing. Help your listing stand out and sell. Choose the percentage of the total sales amount you're willing to spend on ads and pay only when you promote items. When your promoted item sells. Select an ad rate. Now, a higher ad rate can help you reach more buyers. Now, let me explain to you guys what the honest to God truth is with this, right? Well, eBay is always going to try to get you to try and boost the percentage up because that's how they get paid. You feel me? Now, what we tend to do is we like starting with 2%. So that means 2% of what our profit is will go to eBay. Now, 13% is high. 15% is even higher. Now, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to put this at probably 8% due to the fact that we want to get this to scale fast. Now, this is a low ticket item. We're not really banking on making too much profit from this item. We're really just trying to get reviews. And I joke about this so much, in videos where I'm like, yo, it's sort of kind of like a business telling you, hey, if you leave a Google review, we'll give you a free cheesesteak or we'll give you a free pizza. Like, you usually don't really hear businesses going that far, but you do know when businesses give compensation for reviews. Especially in Cali, I know a few stores that give benefits if you leave reviews. So now we're going to say 8%. Okay. We're not going to choose 13 yet. I'm going to say 8%. Now, I know I'm probably missing the item specific. So right here is all that are required. The brand. Usually what I'll do is I'll put my brand, okay, to build my brand up. So if you have a brand, I would just recommend putting your brand. It doesn't hurt. It really does not hurt. Okay. And then we should be good to list. Cool. Now, as you see, he still has to set up his payout. That's a serious thing. All right. So now let's actually talk about how we do research, though, because I know I just pulled that out of my stash, and you probably, what the heck? So let's say we were trying to list some cables. Okay. Now, I'll give you guys a good example. Okay. These are really high sellers on eBay. These. Okay. These sell really, really well on eBay. Right here. Let me go full screen. These sell a lot. Okay. People buy these all the time. These are 6-foot iPhone cables, USB to lightning cables. Okay. And these sell really, really well. Now we want to sell 3 of these because we already know, based upon other customers with eBay automation, we already know that these are selling. So what we would do is we would go and we would type in basically 6-foot cable. Wait, I don't think I copied it. Hold on one second. Let me see something. Let me see something. 6-foot USB data. All right, there we go. We're going to copy this. We're just going to put in 6-foot data cable chargers or whatever. And as you see, right, all of this pops up great. We don't really care, okay? I don't care about none of this, all right? I don't care ever when I type something into eBay and then I just start seeing products. Because a lot of these are sponsored. A lot of them are sponsored and they're all scattered, right? There's people that sponsor or pay for ads just like you and I. So we don't want to let that affect us. This is where it's at, okay? Because now I can see from that term what is really selling, right? Like this sold July 23rd. Today is July 23rd. So we see an iPhone 15/16 Pro Max plus USB, a cable fast charger. Okay, so this is selling, right? This is selling right here. We see a bunch of this. So we see, and this is interesting. Okay. Because these are 2 different sellers. So they're copying off each other. We're going to do the same thing, actually. Now, when you see this, right? So look at it. You see 2 of the same product, but 2 different sellers, 2 different price points, and they both are selling. That's okay. But we need it. We need to be one of those. You feel me? So we're going to actually copy this whole listing. And this is something you can do at work. We're going to hit sell now. I'm also going to copy the description, but the description is just iPhone models, which is corny, but it still was selling. I'm not trying to add that to my cart. Okay. Well, we'll just sell it ourselves right here, bruh. Alright. Because something is doing well with this post. Whether it's the title, it definitely in the description, but it might be the pictures. And then we see it right here. We just say we're selling a new one. Now, if you work at a phone store, if you're a cashier, whatever you are, or wherever you work, you can do this by yourself. You see brand is unbranded, new, do not. We're going to take the pics, put the pics right there. Paste that description. We can go all the way back and look at how much they were selling for 6 feet, excuse me, $6.99. We're not going to list ours at $6.99 though. We're going to list ours at like $6 because we want to beat that price. They're doing free shipping, so we will too. But see, this is a low ticket, so we're going to promote it. But let's just do 8% all around the board. Okay. Make sure. Now, what you really want to do is be putting quantity. And I do 5 or 10, depending on how many. Now, I'd only do quantity because when I sell out, I know, okay, let me assess what this product is doing. Because if this product's doing great, then I need to up the price. That's how I do it. I literally use it to assess, what my offers should be. Okay. All right. Now let's go back and let's just look. We just looking for what we got. Get me? Like, if we got it, we're gonna look for it, and then we're gonna try and sell it. Like, we got this, right? We got that literally right here. But we don't need to actually list that on here. Now, this sold yesterday. So we're gonna actually do this. This is actually going to be one of the cables that we already know and see is selling really well. Okay. Boom. We already know because we have a bunch of these listed on eBay automation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and take that. Then I'm going to go ahead. Boom. And then we're going to go right here. This description is trash, but we're going to do it. Now, let me see something. $6.20. Quantity, we'll do 5. And then we will pay for shipping. And then we'll go put this at 8. I like to put the percentages so that they match each product, so I can know exactly what product is selling better where, if that makes sense. Okay, that's always like the best bet. Okay, and then I'll change it. Like, I'll literally play around with it. But these are like the low ticket items you want to sell. Okay, you want to sell chargers, little gadgets, and selling these things are going to keep you under the radar. You only want to list 3 to 5 a day. Okay, so we got one more that we need to figure out one more, and then we're gonna leave eBay alone because we don't need to sell too many. We don't need to list too many. Excuse me. USB to Type C. Type C to Type C. USB to Type C. USB. Oh, he's selling this for $3. I guess we could do that for a low ticket, right? But then he has the watermark there. I don't feel like erasing that right now. We could do this one. 1 to 5. I don't know. 3 pack. I don't like that. I like looking at the price too. See, OEM, you don't want to put that, because while we do sell OEM cables, it always gives the buyer something to complain about. Like, if they really want to complain, they could just be like, "Oh, this is not OEM, bro." Yes, it is. It's not, because OEM has Apple on it. It doesn't, but they'll complain either way. All right, so you see how I'm looking, but I don't really see one that I want to list that's different, so I'm going to leave it alone. The reason I'm not going to force it is because when you force, what's up, Charlie? When you force a listing, you are putting yourself in the position to just get bad buyers. Like, people that are trying to buy something that you may not be confident in. I only want to sell in the beginning products that I know for a fact are going to get me great feedback. I don't want to sell the boo boo dolls or any type of neck fans or a bubble blaster. I don't want to sell none of that, because I want to sell something I know for a fact is going to give me positive reviews, so that I can make sure that I'm maintaining my eBay. All right, guys. So that is exactly how we would start our eBay. Like, that is a full rundown in like 30 minutes. Okay. I will continue this though. We're going to work on this eBay, because this one is going to be hard, because he didn't even put the payout account. So I already know this is going to be hard. I already know eBay's not banging with us right now, because there's no information on here, and that could be a problem. But we'll be all right. We're going to be all right. All right. Okay. Let me do this. All right, I'm about to hop off, because I actually do need to get on another eBay automation meeting that's coming up. But I do appreciate all of you guys for watching. If you haven't watched this video back, man, I'll show you the beginning steps of us creating this eBay. And then we're going to keep following up, all right? I'm going to try to go live a little bit earlier, because I don't know where you guys are at. You guys are probably like tired and exhausted from work and stuff. They blocked me on eBay a month ago. Damn, bro, just create a business eBay account and you'll be all right. You should be all right, bro. They really can't block you. They can't block you from eBay. All right. Matter of fact, what I'll do, I'll give you guys a few. If you need to call me, 445-500-9600. You guys can call me, right? And I'll take questions. But it's dead right now. It's kind of dead. It's kind of dead, guys. It is kind of dead. I did drop some new videos. I got a lot more new videos coming up though. I'm interested to see what you guys think about them. I'm trying a new style. I think one thing I will say, you know how I get personal when I go live. I'll be going live. I'll be talking to y'all about my personal life too, right? I think I put myself in a box. I really do. I think I put myself in a box. I think I put myself in a box where it's like, I think I'm trying to be so real that, how can I put this? I'm being real by putting people on to the real hustles. But I also realized, though, that in the process, I'm about to read your, let me see. Move to eBay because I'm fed up with it. Everyone selling at the same time. Macari is pretty good, but as far as similar to eBay, not really, bro. Like Macari is pretty good, but it gives a flea market vibe more than eBay vibe, and eBay allows you to promote, and they take a percentage of your listing, but they promote your listing before you even pay. But yeah. Yeah, I'm trying not to be boxed in anymore. Like, you know how you see those videos where it's like, oh, these 5 income streams, da da da, make you this amount of money, and 5 income streams, and you should do this, and this is how you create that, and all that. Like those videos where they're giving you advice on a wide spectrum instead of just sticking with phone flipping and product reselling. I want to just venture out a little bit, and that's what I plan on doing, is just venturing out a little bit more on my content. So definitely let me know what you guys think, because I just think it's more meat on the bones. Pause. But we'll see. What's this? We will see. Why is my grandma calling me? Hold on, my grandma calling me, y'all. Hello? Hey, my mom. Good, how are you? What's up? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, just working. They're good. Yeah, they relaxing right now. They just came in from outside. Yeah. How was your day? Good? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, you were outside. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. But it's gonna rain soon, so yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll have him call you. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye bye. Gotta always answer them calls, man. But yeah. So we're gonna venture out to some different content, guys. We're gonna see. We're gonna keep. We're gonna keep. And you know something. You know something. I do have something to say, because you know how I always come with something, right? I do got something to say. This is what I got to say. You know, I've been thinking throughout the past few days, why do people quit? Right? Like, why do people quit what they're doing? Like, I've seen people close to me have, like, they've had dreams and aspirations on things, and they've tried to start things, and I've seen them just quit. I've seen a bunch of people quit things that they wanted to do, and it's interesting because I look around me and I see a bunch of people that gave up on themselves. Like, seriously, I see a bunch of people that have given up on themselves because they haven't got results that they wanted. And then I think to myself, well, why the heck? What's different? Like, why do they give up but I don't? And I think of that a lot, because you can look at habits within people and you can see the moments that they gave up. And then you can see, okay, if this person, let's just say this person wanted to create a clothing brand, and that was the first business they wanted to create, but they didn't see the success that maybe they thought they should, or they didn't see the success that they think other people have, so they quit. And then it turns in that little business that they wanted to start, that they quit on, they quit and then try to start something else. And then when they try to start this next business, they quit again. And then they keep going. They try to start something else, quit, start something else, quit. And then they start getting into a realm where they don't know what they're doing anymore. Everything is just so mixed, and it's just full of quitting and procrastination and getting into it and getting out of it. It's like, if you're going to quit on yourself, you're going to also confuse yourself. You're going to start confusing yourself because you're going to stop forgetting who you are. And like, I see it. I see it a lot. I see it a lot. A lot. You have to really be very careful, guys.
Imagine being
on how you quit on yourself. The truth is, all right, Lewis, let me read what you say. The truth is that it sells more than anything else on eBay because I invested everything in a website and nothing came of it. I didn't advertise it, so I think it's difficult to have the same. Making $800 a day coming from Latin America. Okay, so I guess you're saying like you got fed up selling on eBay because everybody's selling the same stuff on there, but you were the one that was getting ripped off. Is that what you're saying? Well, Lewis, let me say this, right? A long time ago, I realized that there's going to always be people selling what you're selling. You're never going to be the exception. You're never going to be that person selling something different that somebody else isn't. Like, you're not going to be that guy. And you know, that's a harsh reality, right? Like, we've all gotten to those positions where we think we are going to be that guy. I think, you know, especially with reselling, you're reselling, but you got to realize that your plug is also someone else's plug. I had a hard time actually coming to that realization. Let me tell you something. When I first started my first phone store, I remember going into another phone store down the street, and we just had stole a sign from them. I was young, so don't judge me, right? But you know those signs on the sidewalk? I forget what happened, but they did something to us, and we were retaliating. We took their sign. I brought the sign back, and when I brought the sign back, I decided to go inside the store. I'm 19 years old at the time, or maybe 20. I go into the store, and I see the same exact products that I'm selling. And like, in my head, when I saw that, I was thinking to myself, like, yo, what makes me different? Why would somebody want to come to my store when this store is down the street and they may be driving up and see this store first? And like, it hurt me, Lewis, because I started to think to myself, damn, like, I don't got no chance of being the best store in this block if I don't have something exclusive. So what did I do? I started researching, and I found a distributor that had other products, and I went and got those products too, right? So now I got some new products. I got products that nobody else got, right? So I was happy. But then I got into online sales, and then I saw, oh crap, everybody got everything that I got. And then that got to the point to where I tried to find something else. And I kept going, and the goalposts always moved. It's always like somebody is always going to have what you have. It's not about that. Lewis, it's actually about how much value does your brand have? Because people will go to your brand over someone else's if they trust it more. Like, that's just the realization of business. People will always choose the person or the business or the brand that they feel comfortable with over the competitor, right? Like, some people still sell on, some people still buy products from eBay even though Amazon has Amazon Prime. Some people still go on Mercari and buy products even though there's an Amazon Prime. You can get the same product that you're looking for on Amazon. But why? Because maybe they feel like eBay is cheaper. eBay has better sellers. Maybe they feel like Mercari is more intimate. Maybe they feel like going on those websites is better. What I'm trying to say is that even if there's 3 gas stations on the block, they're all going to see traffic. But there only going to be one gas station that's going to maintain because it has built a brand. Facts. So don't ever get caught up in trying to have that exclusive. Not right now. But back to what I was saying. A lot of people quit. Don't be a quitter. Because when you quit one time, you're going to keep quitting. You're going to find yourself being a quitting person, a procrastinator, somebody that just makes excuses in your head. You want to do this, you want to do that, but then you find out that you just let the whole day slip away because you've been lying to yourself, distracting yourself from actually getting the shit done that you need to get done. I'm telling you, that is something people go through on a daily basis. Because when you quit that first thing, you already showing yourself that it's possible to quit. And you don't want to do that. Because that can lead down a dangerous path. And I've seen friends like have businesses, but I've also seen friends have businesses where, you know, it didn't start off well. It didn't happen right away. You know, they didn't see the success that they wanted. But they stuck with it. You know what I mean? And it always led to them finding something else. Like that business that may not be working the way you wanted to work, right? It may lead you to something else. Ooh, I like that thumbnail. It might lead you to something else that you it might lead you to something else that you might want to do. It's a fact. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make sure. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Thank you for the likes. Everybody that liked the video. Thank you to TikTok. Thank you to everybody. I really do appreciate you guys. And yeah, I really do, y'all. But alright, I'm about to get off of here. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys later. Make sure you guys definitely go ahead and show love to these channels, man. This is my vlogging channel. This is my review channel. And of course, this is my main channel. All right. Brandon the Hustler, that's the vlogging channel. Gadget Hustler, that's the review channel. Definitely make sure you guys tap in. And definitely check me out, man. I appreciate you guys so much for all the love, man. And everybody that is a part of the Hustler community. I have some special things coming up too. So yeah, we got more things coming, guys. I ain't quitting, just reconstructing and just getting better. That's it, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I hope you guys have a great night.